It is official. It is official. It is official. The Lakers are not in the play-in tournament this year. They have finally and officially clinched a playoff spot. No more play-in tournament for the Lakers. Deondre Hawkins here with another edition of Lakers Talk Daily presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. I'm heading over to San Diego this weekend. You know I got to make a quick pit stop to Pechanga Resort Casino because you know it's in Temecula. Temecula is on the way towards San Diego. Got to hit those blackjack tables. Got to get some food. Got to get some drinks. And you guys can play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, the official Native American resort and casino of the Los Angeles Lakers. Skip the traffic. Head on over to Pechanga Resort Casino just off the I-15 in Temecula. Visit Pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for reservations and for more information. Emotions were at an all-time high for Luka Dončić last night in Dallas. It's just crazy to me to this day that the Lakers acquired a superstar, a global superstar like Luka Dončić. And what he did last night just shows why you have to keep a superstar like him happy. You have to secure a guy like him. What Luka Dončić did last night, 45 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. He shot really, really efficient from the field in last night's game against the Dallas Mavericks. And it's just mind-blowing to me. I just can't get over it that when you look at the screen and the intro they play from, the 3-minute intro they play from when he was getting his name called for the starting lineups. And they played that video for him, and you can just see the tears coming down. You see how emotional he got because he thought he was going to be their next franchise guy. We see what the Mavericks did for Dirk Nowitzki, and Luka Dončić obviously being drafted by the Mavericks and being built, having a lot of teams built around him with the Mavericks. And it's just crazy to me that they traded him away, knowing how much he gave to that organization, how much sacrifice he did for that organization, and it is traded him away that easily. And you can see the response of the fans. The fans to this day cannot get over it. They're like, wow, Luka Dončić is not on our team. He is on the Los Angeles Lakers. And the Fire Nico chants over and over and over again in that arena just goes to show you how much Luka Dončić meant to that fan base. And that's why, as a Lakers organization and as Laker fans, we have to appreciate what Luka Dončić is going to do and what we have with him right now. For now and in the future, the Lakers got to make sure Luka Dončić is secured, not only for this season, but the following season and the season after that and the season after that. The Lakers got to make it a point that Luka Dončić is going to be their franchise guy, and they got to be able to surround key pieces with them. 45 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. Really efficient from the floor. And just the thing, John and Mike were on the call, and John was worried going into that game. Not worried in the aspect that is Luka Dončić going to struggle? Is he not going to be able to score? Is he going to be turning the ball over a lot? Not like that. He was more worried if the emotions were going to get to him. If the emotions are going to take him out of his rhythm, knowing how it was in his return back to Dallas. And honestly, for him to play like that, knowing what's at stake, knowing that the Lakers still have a goal as a team goal and Luka Dončić's individual goal. I know that he went in there and he wanted to prove the Mavs organization, look, this is what you guys did. You guys should never traded me. This is what I could have done. I thought I was going to be your next franchise player, this and that. But no, he didn't not let the all-time high emotions get to him. He just went out there, played his game, didn't do anything too crazy, didn't do anything spectacular. He just played his game to his level. Did not no one sped him up. He didn't take no wild shots. He just played his game and shot really, really efficient. But what I love most out of that game last night is the response he got, the standing ovation. That's how much a superstar, a global superstar like him meant to the fan base. And it just goes to show you that the NBA is a crazy business. But the Lakers do not need to be like the Mavericks organization. They need to appreciate their superstars, and especially when they have them. But there's one other thing that I want to talk about. The matchup. Obviously, Luka Dončić's first time playing in Dallas. This was Anthony Davis' first time playing against the Lakers. I want to do a little comparison between the two. We'll talk about that right after I let my partners at Pechanga give you guys a quick word.
At Pechanga Resort Casino, you can rock and roll, sip and slide, twist and shout. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, official Indian gaming sponsor of the Lakers.
45, 8, and 6 for Luka Dončić. I cannot stress that enough. That is a beautiful stat line, and what he shot from the floor was amazing. But Anthony Davis, a superstar himself, an NBA champion with the Lakers. We all of us appreciate and respect what Anthony Davis did for the Lakers. Anthony Davis last night had 13 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists. I know a lot of people were saying that, I myself was saying, look, Anthony Davis has been dealing with a lot of injuries. When he got traded to the Mavericks, he's probably not at 100%, this and that. The Mavericks is not a full, complete team. They got a lot of guys banged up, and they're still trying to figure out the rotation, all that stuff. But when you watch the game real closely with Anthony Davis, what he was doing on that Mavericks team last night, he was floating around a lot, and he was not aggressive whatsoever throughout that whole game. There was a lot of layups that the Lakers could have gotten without his rim presence. Anthony Davis did not look like the ideal shot blocker that we thought he was when he was with the Lakers. His rim presence was not known at all last night. It just looked like he was walking and floating around. And it just goes to show you, Luka Dončić takes over games. He took over that game for the Lakers. Without his scoring, the Lakers were in trouble. That first half and what he did in that field and his ability to see the floor and move the ball as well helped the Lakers team. Anthony Davis, what he did, floating around, shooting contested jumpers, doing all this stuff. Does not really...
Lakers in 5! Lakers in 5!
Lakers in 5, as John Ireland says. You already know. But as I was saying, Anthony Davis looked non-competitive out there. Just floating around, no ball movement, shooting contested shots, not getting to the basket, was not aggressive at all. And as everyone was tweeting out from last night's game, is that Anthony Davis disappeared. And he did. He disappeared when it came into that fourth quarter. Disappeared. No aggressiveness. It got to the point where Jason Kidd had to make a decision. Are we going to roll with Anthony Davis, or are we going to roll with Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively? When you look at the Lakers, you got to roll with Luka Dončić. How he was scoring, took over that game, led the Lakers to victory. Anthony Davis was not able to do that for the Dallas Mavericks. The Dallas Mavericks' best player last night was Najee Marshall. Look at the difference between that. And you got to think to yourself, who won this trade, the Lakers or the Mavericks, for right now and for the future? And it's so crazy that everyone thought, oh, the Mavericks won the trade. They want to trade for now. Lakers want to trade for the future. Well, that looked like it took a complete turn. The Lakers definitely want to trade now and for the future. But Lakers got another task at hand. They got the Houston Rockets tomorrow. They have a chance to secure the 3rd seed in the Western Conference. We'll talk about that tomorrow. But as always, appreciate you guys tuning in. Peace.